Maria da Pieve. Welcome to my channel where I'll tell you all about auditions and the life of a singer-songwriter and performer of musical theatre here in the UK and London. So in today's video, I'll tell you all about my experience after 4 years auditioning to get into the masters in musical theatre in different schools. So if you're thinking about doing a master or if you're thinking about doing a foundation, a BA, these tips will help you, and I hope my experience will help you get there faster than I did. So before moving forward, please don't forget to subscribe, because I have a special video coming up that you won't want to miss, especially if you're interested in one of these schools that I just showed you. So yeah, subscribe, the button is just below, and as well in the comments you can find my Instagram, TikTok and etc. if you want to watch me there and give you everyday insights of my life as well. So yeah, so let's go before to the first audition I ever did for a master or any type of degree, which was to Central, Royal Central School of Speech and Drama, okay? Or mainly known as Central. Yeah, so let's go through the audition requirements. So, first they asked me to do 2 contrasting songs from the musical theatre repertoire. Contrasting, so means one, I decided to go for a more classical approach, and then the second more like modern kind of song. And then they asked me to do a monologue, a modern, so written after 1980s. And I think that was quite it. Well, they made me do a statement letter, which is basically why you want to join the program. Who are you, and fill a lot of documents, like putting my CV, my headshot. So yeah, those were the first requirements. Of course, that was in, I think was 2021. No, it was definitely 2020 or 2019. So that was the first year I applied for Central. And yeah, of course, in these years, it probably changed. So I'll leave you in the description box exactly the link to where you can see the requirements for Centrals today. Okay. So yeah, at the time it was basically that. I think they haven't changed as much. So basically, it was 1 modern monologue, 2 contrasting songs. I think 2 minutes maximum each, or 3. At that time it was 3. Now it's 2 definitely. So yeah, so I went to my mentor at that time for singing through song. She's an amazing actress that also did a master in Royal Academy 20 years ago. So she basically gave me a monologue to work on, and also with my singing teacher at that time, we decided to go for 2 very different songs. I now see they weren't the best choice, to be fair, but it's fine. I got to understand what is a great song to audition and what is not. So for the classical one, I went with the Flag Maker. I think it's Flag Maker 1964. I don't remember the year exactly, but it's if you put the Flag Maker from Songs from a New World, you will find it. It's a very difficult song to sing and to interpret. It's basically a girl that, a woman that is in the middle of a war and is waiting for her husband to come back. Yeah, it's age-wise not good fit. It's too dramatic, you know. But anyway, I went with that one, and then I went with also from Songs from a New World. I think I went with a modern one. I quite don't remember, it was so many years ago, but yeah, I think that one went good. Both went good. It's just that now, with what I know, probably they weren't the best song choices for an audition for a master, because they all, if you're going for a master, they want to see you, right? So it's better to choose songs and repertoire that really fits you as a person rather than something very distant from you, like a woman in a war, maybe in her 35s, right? At that time I was like 25 or something. So yeah, from that audition I can say, always choose wisely your audition pieces. Even if you're good at doing them, it doesn't mean that it's still a good decision to go for that specific song, because you not only have to do it well, but also the audition panel must see you and your real self to see what they can work with. And so they don't want the finished product, they want to see you. So it's very important to find monologues and songs that really shows who you are, rather than songs or characters that are very distant from you. I didn't know that at that time, so I went with that, but it still was good. Like I got I don't know if I got a call. No, I didn't got a call back on that first round. I got an email basically asking if my YouTube videos were updated, because they also asked, do you sing, do you write, do you do something else, a musical theater that is related to like writing or anything? And because I'm a songwriter, I said yeah, these are my YouTube videos, so my video clips, there are songs I wrote and I developed. So I got an email saying, okay, are these updated videos? And I said yeah, well, I filmed them like 5 years ago or something. So yeah, and then I didn't got in that time. So that was my first ever experience. So from that, what I can advise you is be sure to pick up songs and monologues that are really close to you as a person, because that's what they want to see. Yeah, so then let's go to Royal Academy of Music. So this is the university I applied 3 times, because that's where I wanted to go since I was like 18. I only auditioned to the others because in some audition books or guides they said always audition to more than one. I know you want one, but just so you make sure you do a master, you don't want to only get one audition. So that's why I applied to others. But to be fair, between you and me, I was thinking to getting into Royal Academy. Okay, so Royal Academy, this is the one that has the most amount of prep, honestly, because they ask you 3 contrasting songs from the musical theater repertoire. One specifically must be a legit song, so more like classical kinda, and then 1 monologue. And then they also ask you a lot of like small videos, like 40-second videos. One is like answer 1 question, which you have like 5 different questions and you can answer to one of them. I think one was what is the best and the worst your best friend would say about you? And so you have 40 seconds to answer to that, very spontaneously, non-scripted kind of. Then another video, it was showing your vocal range with yeah, like a scale. So yeah, and then another video saying why you want to join this program, maximum 2 minutes. So you had a lot of like different small things you had to do on top of the 3 songs and the 1 monologue. So yeah, that was the one that you had to invest more, and also is the only one that costs £110 to audition. Yeah, the others are like 40, I think, or 50 maximum. So Royal is double the price than the others. Not that I care, because again, I just wanted to get into Royal, but yeah, just so you know that this is the most expensive one. Yeah, so that's for Central. That's for Royal. For Royal, again, I auditioned 3 times. The first time I auditioned, I did it at the same time with best friend. So Lucia, if you're watching this, thanks for being my buddy there. We were like, yeah, we got this. And we were like in the deadline, like recording thousands of hours. And yeah, the first round, I didn't got a call back, so it was a no. It was everything online, by the way. So that's at least a good thing. My insight or my the lesson I learned there, it's first, always audition to more than one school, and second, do not ever, never do like 8 hours recording sessions for an audition. Like literally my husband, who was outside the room, almost divorced that day because I was honestly 8 hours recording. My friends as well, we were both like texting, right? Like, are you done? No. Are you? No. So be prepared to like just put the camera and maybe sing 3-4 times. If you're very perfectionist, 5-6 times, but like no more than that for each piece. I would say 3 maximum, because then you're burned out and then everything is not as good and then you have to wait, recover, come back. So why don't you do that just another day? You can have multiple days, but not multiple like self-tapes in one day, because it's exhausting for everybody and your whole ecosystem. So not worth it, okay? So yeah, what I learned from that audition is be prepared to only shoot 3 or 4 times each piece. Don't leave everything until the last day, because I think we sent everything the last day, which is very stressing. Why? There's no need. So prepare with time. I think the auditions close like on December. Like get ahead, start doing everything in August, so by October you record everything and send it. Because also if you're like on the last part of people auditioning, a lot of spots has been taken, so you have less chances to get in, right? So that's the lesson I learned. Like do it in time, and the earliest you can. Give yourself at least 2-3 months to work very good at the material, so when they open the auditions you're ready to record and send, and that's it, okay? No stressing because today is the last day and then if not I have to wait a whole year like we did, and we were recording 10 hours in a day and our both husbands were about to leave us. So yeah, that was my experience the first time on Royal. I did audition a second time, which was, so this was 2021, then I auditioned next time on 2023, yeah, 2 years later, I think so, or was it 2022 and then 2023? Okay, like between that. So for next round, I auditioned with Glitter and Be Gay for the Legit song. I did Breathe, and I did Quiet from the one that Natalie Bai sings. I don't remember now the author, sorry for that. But yeah, Quiet, not from Matilda, but the one that, if you put Quiet on YouTube and you put Natalie Bai, you will see which one I'm talking about. Breathe from In the Heights, and Glitter and Be Gay from Candide. Why I choose those songs? Well, Glitter and Be Gay, I think, is the most difficult song ever written for musical theater. And because I said, okay, I didn't get in the first time, the second time I'm going to show you all that I have, right? It was good, I will tell you now, but why? Why would you expose yourself in an audition with the hardest song ever written? Like, there's no need. But yeah, I did it. So yeah, that was the Legit one. Breathe and yeah, and Quiet. So for this second round, the good thing is I got in touch with mentors from the UK. So the first round, I prepared everything with my teachers from Argentina, which was amazing, and they are so amazing. But the second time I felt, you know, maybe if I train with people from here, they have more experience on how this market works, what are they looking for in these universities, because of course every country has its things, right? And what they're looking for might not be the same. So I said, okay, let's jump into like the thing here. So I started working my acting through song and my monologues with a West End director, a very important one. And then I started working on my vocal singing with an amazing vocal coach that she coaches every major lead here in the UK. She's we could say she's Andrew Lloyd Webber right hand for like vocal coaching, and she's coached like Glenn Close and amazing people from like Hollywood. If you are watching this, Fiona, thank you so very much. You have transformed my voice. Honestly, she was a game changer for me because I started to understand what they were looking for in here in the UK. So that second round of auditions went very well. I only auditioned for Royal the second time. So first time I auditioned to Central. The second time I auditioned to Royal. The third year I auditioned to Royal again and only Royal. Okay, so it was 3 years already. Central, Royal, Royal. So Central I think was 2019 or 2020, and then Royal first time was 2021 or 2022, and then the second round for Royal was 2023, that I'm for sure. And I got a call back. Yay! Imagine after 3 years. So yeah, I got a call back, and this is very funny. I don't think I'm ready to show you this video just yet. If you leave it in the comments and like there is too many people wanting to see it, I might be able to share it. But I thought that if you got a call back, because in most of the universities, it's one round and then you get an interview where they give you the place, they make you the offer to like be there. So I thought, because I didn't read carefully the instructions, I basically thought that if you get a call back after the first self-tapes auditions, that means you're in. And so I thought when they sent me this email saying, congratulations, you passed this round of auditions, we want to see you for an interview, blah blah blah, this day, whatever. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm in. I started crying like you have no idea. You've never seen someone crying that much. So much that the cleaning lady that was at my mom's, she asked me if I was okay, if I needed something, and I'm like, no, I'm crying, but I'm happy. I'm crying of happiness. You don't understand. I just got into the Royal Academy of Music to do my master. This is a dream. Oh my gosh. If you really insist, you have to see this video. I don't know if I'm ready enough to show it, because it's you will understand why I'm not so ready yet. But yeah, I thought I was in, but no. Basically, the second round of the callback means you show them all of the material again, so the singing, live, and then if you go okay, you go to an interview. So this was like a longer audition than the others. I just didn't took the time to read carefully because I was too excited. So if there is something that I learned from this, it's always to read carefully the instructions of the auditions. Yeah, I know you're laughing probably. I was, when I realized that I hadn't actually got in, I just said, okay, let's prepare this. I did it. I was in Argentina at the time because it was summer, and I always escape from the UK in the winter because it's too depressing for me, at least, because I come from the sunny country. So I was in Argentina, and so I had this callback. So I asked, you could do it either in person or online. So I decided to do it online. And I remember I went to my vocal teacher in Argentina, vocal teacher's school. We did it there in her place, so I felt very like at home and like, you know, and I had to sing live, so not after like 3-4 takes, but I had to actually sing live Glitter and Be Gay. Okay, if you haven't seen Glitter and Be Gay, stop this video, go watch it so you understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about like coloraturas, almost like the Queen of the Night, kind of, but not as much, but like that vibe, you know, like high E's, A's, like, no, E's and F's, right? Like fast and soul, like, we're talking about like heavy shit, okay? And yeah, so I did it. I did first Glitter and Be Gay because that's very, very operatic song, so I couldn't sing Breathe or Quiet with a fuller chest after, like, if I do the fuller chest and then I go to Glitter and Be Gay, I'm done. Like, those coloraturas are not going to work. So I did first Glitter and Be Gay. They asked me, thankfully, they asked me, what do you want to start with? And I decided to go first with Glitter and Be Gay. They clap. Then I went with Breathe, which I think was quite okay. And then I went with Quiet. And then, yeah, that was it. And I felt I did a very good audition, to be fair. Like, they laughed in the monologue, they clapped after Glitter and Be Gay. So I felt like, wow, like I nailed it. Like, finger crossed. And then I got an email saying, like, I think 2 weeks later that I didn't got in. I was so devastated. Like, I was so devastated because this was my dream school. I was so sure I was getting in. It was a completely heartbreak to see that I didn't. And because I hadn't applied to any other school, I just had to wait 1 more year. So yeah, that was a harsh time, especially after the crying because I thought I was in. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that was second round for Royal. And so 1 year later, or 2 years later, no, yeah, 2024, I said, you know what? I'm going all in, and I'm not going to audition only at Royal. I'm going to audition to Royal, to Central again, and why not Guildford? Like, I just took it out because it's too far. I don't care, I might move to Surrey, whatever, you know, or I get a car. I don't drive. But anyway, I'll just start doing, because if you just stop waiting for the right moment, or it's so much important to work on your head, on your mindset, because these things, if you start looking to other people's experiences, it happens to everyone. Like, yesterday I read an interview to one of my favorite artists here in the UK. She did Christine, and she's now with her band, pop band. So I feel like we're very similar in a lot of things, because I also do pop, right? And she basically said that she had auditioned for GSA singing Phantom, and she didn't got in, and so she had to go to another school, and then 1 year after she was Christine in West End. So, right, like, you never know. So it's never, like, a lot of people that get rejected from their dream school end up doing amazing things. So yeah, it's like the universe has a very interesting and mysterious way of working, but like, one school that might be like your dream school might not be the best for you. So do not ever get disappointed, and please do not ever think it's your fault, you have something that is bad, you have no value, you will suck forever. Like, no, those are just monsters in your brain that it's just not true, and it happens to everyone. I honestly felt that after singing the hardest song there is in musical theater, which is Glitter and Be Gay, for me at least, and I sang it, I honestly think I did it very well. There was no way they would say no to me, and I didn't got in. So what I'm trying to say is, the universe has your back, and it has amazing ways to show you the way, even if you don't see it for yourself, and even if you think, no, I have to go here. Like, be flexible to your opportunities. So 2024, I decided to go all in, and I started, I think, in September. In September, I started working on the material. So in October, I would film it and send it, right? So this time, I changed I went with another coach for the monologue and the singing through song pieces. I keep on working with Fiona McDougall for the vocal lessons for the songs. And I changed completely the repertoire. Why? Well, my new mentor, which is Tom O'Brien. If you're seeing this, Tom, thank you so very much. You've been amazing. I'll leave all of the links of these people below so you can check them out. They are all amazing. So Fiona McDougall, best vocal teacher in the world. And then Tom O'Brien, if you're trying to polish your acting, prepare a monologue, he's amazing. And why did I change all of the material I had prepared over the years? I had prepared more than 20 songs, okay, and I think I prepared like 3 monologues in English already, and we've changed it all because Tom, has such a good insight of what the industry is looking for. It's not the same an audition for a master than for a role, than for agents panel. So he really understands the industry. He was a Western performer and then director. I think he directed like Phantom, Miss Saigon, Oliver Twist. Like, he has such a resume. So he really, first, he knows the people that are going to audition you, and second, he knows what they're looking for. So he basically, I sent him the list of my 20 songs, and he said no to all of them. We have to show something else. He said, he showed me the arguments of why not choosing this and this and this song, which is very interesting because those songs would be amazing choices to do, to sing if I would be in Argentina. So that's why I'm saying, if you're coming from another country to the UK or to America, like, every country has its particularities. So getting with people from that country to understand what they're looking for is so important, because the song choices I have arrived to and the monologue, I would have never gotten there if it wasn't for Tom, because I wouldn't have even thought of them. The monologue is a very British kind of like, it's not it's a play that went very well, but it's not like from West End. It's a off West End, and it's very British play. I would have never find it. So please make sure to have the mentors knowing very well the country and what they're looking for specifically, because they can give you audition pieces that matches you perfectly, okay? So for this fourth year of audition for masters, I worked on a monologue which is from this very British play, which is called Many Moons by Alice Birch, an amazing play, by the way, and it has a lot of monologues for men and women, because it's only 4 characters, the whole play, and it's all monologues. They don't interact between each other, so you have a lot of things to cut from there. So I did the one from Juniper's monologue. Then I did, for the songs, I prepared for the legit one, Make Believe. So much easier song in regards of if we compare it to Glitter Abigail. But he said that this song could really show a lot of things from me. So it's still a challenging song. Not so much for me, but it's still challenging. It's legit, but I can act it much more. And he wanted me to really sing through song instead than singing wow, but maybe don't have too much space to like really interpret it. So that's what we did. And then for the more contemporary song, I decided, again, because I don't know why I work like that, but I just go for the hardest. Why doing that to yourself? I went to, the second song I did was World Burn from Mean Girls, which now I think about it, was a very challenging thing because I was more classical trained in my voice. A year ago, I started, so with Fiona, I prepared the whole material, but then during the year, I took lessons from the technique called Estil, still voice training with an amazing teacher from Argentina. She's called Roxana, because it's a very technical vocal technique, and I really wanted someone that spoke my language, so she could really, like, I speak English, right? But it's not the same for finding like this technical stuff inside your voice, that it's very like how you perceive things, and it's very you have to be very conscious of your body. So in Spanish I felt I would get that much better than in English, because it's a very technical kind of technique. So I studied with her, and it was a major change, because my whole vocal cords and everything, and all of my muscles, my larynx, it was all adapted to sing a more legit repertoire, right? I could be drunk at 2 a.m. and sing Phantom, but when it comes to beltier kind of singing or pop, I was like, what is happening to me? So this last year was a whole vocal transformation. So when the auditions came, I was in the middle of that process. And I decided to go with one of the hardest beltier songs, right? Which is World Burn. It has a lot of like belty parts and mixed chest and everything, which is, well, one part of my voice I was working on, and I still was struggling to like, okay, I feel secure here, because I was in the middle of that change. So I don't know if that was the best decision, honestly, but yeah, that's the one I went with. And character-wise, it's a very difficult song vocally, at least for me, but at the same time, I could see that I could put a lot of myself into it, like character-wise. So that's why I also choose it, not only because it was hard to sing, but also because I felt, okay, this shows a very different aspect of myself, and the characters between the one from Showboat in Make Believe and the one from Word Burn, it's a two very different aspects that I could show of myself. So I think at the end was a great choice. It's just the process was very nerve-wracking, okay? And yeah, and the third song, also very challenging. It is Unexpected Song from Andrew Lloyd Webber. It was a very famous song at that time, but today it's not so used for auditions, because at that time it was very used for auditions. So and it shows also a very wide vocal range. It has a top soul at the end, chesty. So yeah, it also had its difficulties. Also, it's very central. So I'm a soprano that is coloratura soprano, and this is much more heavy. So it was also a challenge vocally together, and the interpretation of it, I think, to be fair, that was one of my weakest one. And yeah, so because I auditioned to Central, Royal and Guildford at the same time, I had to prepare material that would fit the 3 auditions, right? So in total, all I needed was 3 songs and 1 monologue, because Guildford would ask 2 contrasting songs, 1 legit, and no, it didn't say 1 legit, it was just 2 contrasting songs from the musical theatre repertoire and 1 monologue written after 1980. Then Central would ask for 2 contrasting songs, 1 legit, and 1 modern monologue, and then Royal would ask 3 songs, 1 legit and 1 monologue. So by preparing 1 monologue and 3 songs, I had covered the 3 of them, right? So yeah, I decided to do 3 songs. I prepared them. I think I was like preparing the whole material for like 2 months. 2 months-ish, like 2 months and a half-ish, kind of, right? And then yeah, I just Tom offered to go into a studio and record the material with him, which was amazing, because I could look at him while recording everything. He would advise me on the self-tape. Like, for me, honestly, filming the whole self-tape with him in person was an amazing experience. Like, he was such a sweetheart, and how he guided me. I think it really leveraged my audition. But if you kind of do it with someone, just make sure when you're filming that you're looking at a point, so as if there was someone there, or make, I don't know, your roomie or whoever to be there so you can sing to them. So your energy and your looking, it's everything focused to towards one point. And yeah, so I filmed everything. I think that day we did one take of World Burn only, and 3 takes of Unexpected Song, 2 takes of the monologue, and 1 take of World Burn, because the time was running out from the studio. So I took 2 more days to record some more takes of World Burn, and some more takes of the monologue, and some more takes of Unexpected Song. So I just ended up like having, let's say, 3 days of filming, but just like 2 hours. I was in like 8 hours one day, like my first audition. And yeah, and so I sent the whole material. I recorded the short clips for Royal and for Central that they were asking, and I just sent everything. And then I think it was 1 week later that I got an email from Royal saying basically that I couldn't even pass the first round. But because I had also sent my material to Central and Guildford, Guildford, you just had to fill like some documents, and then you go to a 1-day workshop, and there you show your material. But I had already filled all of the documents to go to the in-person audition for Guildford, and to Central I have sent it as well already. So I was quite okay, you know, fuck it. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. But yeah, it was like, okay, I'm not in Royal. Maybe it's not my place. This is the 3rd year I'm auditioning, giving my all best, and I'm not there yet. So yeah, it just shows me that either it's out of my league, which I'm okay with, or it's either not the place for me, which I'm also okay with. So yeah, when I got that email from Royal, it was like, okay, maybe it's not my place, you know. I'll just keep pushing with the other 2 auditions I still have left. So don't ever feel bad if you don't get it. Okay, this video is getting very long, so I'll just wrap it up. And yeah, so as Royal was out, Central, I'm still waiting for the results. I haven't gotten a yes or no, because basically when you send your material, so first you fill some documents, then they send you an email saying, okay, pay the fee, and you have until, and they give you a deadline to submit the material. And when you pay, you have a button on the receipt email where it says more information, and there you have a form to fill with the material, with the links to the videos. I didn't see that, I just see the receipt. So basically I never sent the material, so like it was my deadline coming and I haven't received anything. And so I called and I said, no, you have to put it here. So basically I ended up sending the material later because I didn't see that part. So when you got the receipt from the payment, below there is more information button, click there because that's the form to put all of the material, the audition materials and the self-tape there. So basically, short long story, they allowed me to send the material, but I got to be review on the next like slot of auditions, so on March, which is today's 1st of March. So yeah, so I think they still haven't seen it yet, so I cannot tell you. So subscribe to know what happened with my Central audition. And yeah, so that was Central. I still have no news about that, so I'll tell you later, but those were the requirements. And last but not least, Guildford. So for the Guildford audition, that was something completely different because that was an in-person audition. So my first ever in-person audition in the UK in English. And so if you want to know how that audition is, how it went, then you must watch my next video. I'll show you all about it, how it was, what they made us do in the dance sequence and everything. So if you want to know more, subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. And also if you want to keep on watching how it goes and what I went to, finally which school I choose, you can follow me in my TikTok or in my Instagram, and yeah, you can check it out there. So I guess I see you in the next video, and I'll tell you all about my GSA audition. See you in the next one, and thanks for staying until now.